Hello and welcome to another episode of Brettcast Movie and TV Talk. Yeah, I'm talking about the Bumblebee movie again. There's been some talk about what exactly is the Bumblebee movie supposed to be. Is it a prequel to the 2007 Transformers movie, or is it set up to be the starting point for a reboot of the Transformers movie franchise? Well, it's kind of both, which is why Bumblebee has become dubbed as a preboot by all the community. According to information that was posted on TFW 2005, there was a person who went and saw the early test screening of Bumblebee and noted the differences, and the majority being of how the first cut of the movie had more references to the 2007 movie that was changed in the final cut. The biggest thing being that Sector 7 had prior knowledge of Transformers before they encountered Bumblebee, Shatter, and Dropkick during the movie, and Sector 7 even made a point in mentioning and I think showing NBE-1 aka Megatron, and at the end of the movie they apparently even show a G1 styled Megatron frozen in ice in the Hoover Dam. But the final cut of the movie, they got rid of Sector 7's prior knowledge of Transformers. Another difference is in the test cut of the movie doesn't start with the Cybertron sequences, but rather it has Earth in space and Bumblebee narrating, and then we're in the forest running from Agent Burns in Sector 7, which happens after Bumblebee crashes on Cybertron, or on Earth after escaping the fall of Cybertron. So why did they do this? If they wanted it to be a prequel like they said, why did they get rid of these scenes? And furthermore, this makes Travis Knight's whole statement about not putting Megatron in the fall of Cybertron because he's frozen on Earth just less and less of a thing. It's like, you could have done that still. I think this is going reboot, especially with now the producer guy, Lorenzo de Bonaventura, or however the hell you say his name, putting out this statement saying that if Bumblebee does well, they're gonna have, or they want to do the Optimus Prime movie, this animated Cybertron movie, a sequel to Bumblebee, and they want to do a Beast Wars movie, which it's like, please for God's sake do not do a Beast Wars movie. Look, I know that there's a lot of people out there that have a nostalgia to Beast Wars, growing up in the 90s and all that shit, but I don't. And I'm not knocking you down if you do. I don't. Okay? I've tried to watch Beast Wars. I couldn't do it. It just didn't. I couldn't make it through Beast Wars. I've tried to watch it online. The animation was awful. Everything about it to me was awful. And I'm sorry if I'm offending you. You can go and say Transformers Prime is awful. I won't get offended. Not everyone likes Transformers Prime. Anyway, I don't want a Beast Wars movie, okay? We don't need a sequel to Bumblebee. I don't know how they would do it. And because the perfect way to do this, if they made an Optimus Prime movie, is that those points in the Bumblebee movie where we see Optimus Prime, like that last moment we see Optimus Prime, right, getting surrounded by what I'm going to assume are Decepticons before we go back to what Bumblebee's doing. You just have the Optimus Prime movie start there. And then, show how Optimus Prime went from Cybertron and makes it to Earth to reunite with Bumblebee, like at the end of the Bumblebee movie. And there you go. That's your whole movie. Put Megatron in it too, because if you try to do a Megatron or an Optimus Prime movie without Megatron, it's not going to work. Megatron was the most influential bot on Optimus Prime's story. They made each other who they are, so it just wouldn't work. And this is why it would have to be a reboot, because if we go with the really crappy statement of, oh, Megatron's frozen, we can't do that, then don't do an Optimus Prime movie. Don't make a sequel to Bumblebee, because I don't know how you're going to do that anyway. I mean, unless your Bumblebee sequel is just going to be, this is what happens after the Bumblebee movie, once he meets up with Optimus Prime and then all those other Autobots crash to Earth, which then becomes a Transformers movie. So what they need to do is, if Bumblebee does well and hits its 400 million, then make the Optimus Prime movie to show us how Optimus Prime escapes Cybertron, and then make a Transformers movie that follows after Bumblebee. Reboot, reboot, reboot. That's all I have to say. So if you want to add to the conversation, leave a comment below. As always, thanks for listening and goodbye.